The 7 most barbarous punishments ever used in history. Number 7. Impalement. Impalement was a particularly brutal execution method that emerged primarily in Eastern Europe and Asia during medieval and early modern times. This punishment involved using a sharp wooden or metal pole to penetrate the body, causing fatal internal injuries. Historical records show this method was often reserved for those convicted of serious crimes such as treason. The process was designed to be extremely slow, sometimes taking days before death occurred. Today, this practice is universally condemned and is considered a barbaric relic of history. Number 6. The Catherine Wheel. The Catherine Wheel exemplifies the public nature of medieval punishment. This execution device consisted of a large wooden wheel to which the condemned would be tied. Their limbs were threaded through the spokes of the wheel, and the wheel was then slowly turned, breaking the person's bones in the process. This gruesome spectacle served as a warning to others against crime. Interestingly, if the wheel malfunctioned, it was seen as divine intervention and the victim might be spared. Though such occurrences were rare, this method exemplified the horrific nature of medieval justice and its focus on public deterrence. Number 5. The Brazen Bull. The brazen bull was a horrific execution device created in ancient Greece around 550 BC, primarily used by the tyrant Phalaris in Sicily. This bronze structure was designed to roast victims alive. They were locked inside while a fire was lit beneath, heating the metal until it became an oven. The bull's design included pipes that transformed the agonizing screams of the condemned into sounds resembling a bull's roar, adding a grotesque theatricality to the execution. The brazen bull stands as one of history's most terrifying symbols of human cruelty. Number 4. Scaphism. Scaphism, also known as the boats, was a gruesome method of execution used in ancient Persia. The victim was fed large quantities of milk and honey, which attracted insects and vermin. They were then covered in honey and tied between 2 boats in stagnant water, left to be slowly devoured by insects and scavengers. This horrifying method combined excruciating physical pain with the psychological torment of being eaten alive. It exemplifies the depths of cruelty in ancient punishments, leaving a lasting legacy of fear and horror. Number 3. Flaying. Flaying, also known as skinning alive, is one of history's most devastating forms of execution. This method involved the systematic removal of a person's skin while they were still alive, using sharp implements such as knives. The practice appeared in various cultures, including European, Chinese, and African societies, and was often used as a form of political punishment or revenge. The extreme pain and horror of this punishment made it particularly feared, and accounts of its use have shocked people throughout history. Number 2. The garrote. The garrote is a historically brutal method of execution characterized by strangulation using a rope, wire, or metal collar. Used in ancient Rome and medieval Spain, it was primarily reserved for crimes such as treason or espionage. The device applied intense pressure to the victim's neck and often featured a sharp point that pierced the spine, causing unbearable pain and suffocation. This method served as both a punishment and a public spectacle, intended to deter others from committing similar crimes through its horrific display of suffering. Number 1. The Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden is a notorious torture device often associated with medieval Europe. This contraption resembled a sarcophagus with spikes on the inside. When the door was closed, the spikes would impale the victim, causing immense pain and often leading to death. The Iron Maiden is believed to have originated in 14th century Germany, although its exact history and usage are debated among historians. Its presence in museums today serves as a grim reminder of the darker aspects of human history and the lengths to which people went to inflict pain and suffering.